Tom Prisloe, and welcome to Pavan Guitars. What I was going to talk to you about today is the guitar as a natural acoustic amplifier. And to demonstrate this a little bit, I have the Flamenca Negra cedar top Pavan guitar. And people frequently ask me, well, what's a Flamenca Negra? And the Flamenca Negra uses East Indian rosewood or rosewood for the back and the sides, and instead of the cypress on the blancas. And it just gives a different tonal color, more tonal variation. And but that's not what I came to talk about today. What we're going to discuss a little bit is, in a very simple, straightforward way, how does the guitar work as a natural acoustic amplifier? And when you first pluck a string, when you pluck that string, the energy from your finger gets transferred into the string, and the string is set into motion. That's the maximum amount of energy on that pluck, and then it just dissipates. The reason we hear it continue is because the guitar is amplifying it. And as a kid and as a player and as a builder, this simple concept is really at the root of what really turns us all on. It's an instrument that can create a beautiful sound in such a simple way. So when you go ahead and you do that, if I didn't have any sound body, we'd just hear a dead sound. Same amount of energy, but basically no volume. When we have the string on a box of wood, the sound is transferred into the saddle of the instrument, and the saddle and the bridge area sets that top around this area slightly. It starts vibrating, and that activates actually the air chamber inside of the guitar. It's activating the air chamber and with these sound waves that are now pulsating in very complex ways, but just let's keep it simple. And the back of the guitar, the sound waves come reflecting off of the back in this contained unit. And with a solid back instrument such as this, that back actually is also giving a color and a shape, and it's with those sound waves. So it's taking on a certain resonance and timbre and all those intangibles that make a beautiful sound. On a laminated guitar, we don't get that the same way, so that it can create a loud instrument, but it won't give you as much tonal variation. Now, what happens is that air chamber is moving, and the reason that is moving, and it can move freely, it pushes against the soundboard. The sound hole is only a port, it's an opening. The sound does not come out of the sound hole. This actually releases pressure so that the top can move as freely as possible. So what's happening then, what you're hearing sitting back in the room, you're actually hearing the air, the sound waves that are being activated now from the surface of the soundboard as it moves up and down because of that natural amplifier being pushed by the air. It pushes the air in the room and amplifies this sound, like a loudspeaker, for instance. It's amplifying and pushing this whole volume of air out in front of itself. So that's basically the way that the basic amplifier works, just acoustically speaking. So then when we take 6 strings, it could be 1 string, but on the classical guitar we take 6 strings. In those 6 strings we set this to a particular length with a nut in the saddle, and underneath those strings we have just a simple fretboard. And the fretboard at the 12th fret is actually the midway point. This is the halfway point between your saddle and between your nut. Each fret raises the pitch one of the remaining string length by 1 half step or 1 semitone. And these frets are actually roughly 1/13 of the entire string length. So this first fret on a 650 guitar, this is 1/13 of your entire string length. As the string length gets shorter, the strings get smaller, and it always keeps that ratio of 13. Now, so basically we have 6 strings now over a fretboard, so we can play our music, shorten string lengths, lengthen string lengths, get different pitches, and we have a natural acoustic amplifier. And with that, we can play an infinite number of things, really. And that's basically how it works. So I just wanted to touch on that. And for myself, it's always been one of the most fascinating, simple, and pure beauties of what we do playing a guitar, whether it's a steel string guitar or a nylon string guitar. A natural acoustic instrument is a very simple amplifier that we can do a multitude of beautiful things with. That's it. Thank you.